I've long thought that God of War Ragnarok felt a bit incomplete. Felt like such important questions had been left unanswered and such important events left without any explanation. Well, with rumours of a God of War Ragnarok DLC/expansion beginning to swirl around the internet, and because I've long said that Ragnarok isn't the end of the Norse story, I feel like now is the time to discuss in detail things I would like to see from a God of War expansion/DLC in a series of videos starting with this: how Kratos and Faye met. My name is Eddie, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, so what I, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, would like to see from a God of War expansion is a prequel chapter showing us the moment our Spartan and giant warrioress meet in Midgard and how their lives went from clashing blades right up to the moment of Faye's funeral at the start of God of War 2018. And this is because there is so much mystery and so much potential good story to be told in the beginnings of these two characters. These two characters that fans are dying to see more of. So much more mystery and detail to be had there that it will add even more emotion and context to the two God of War reboot games, 2018 and Ragnarok. And with the announcement of a God of War TV show being done by Amazon Prime, all of that important context will be really cool to see, hence why I'm making this video. I mean, we barely know anything from this time, especially if you're not a hardcore fan like some of us, and only have been playing the games, not reading the books or the comics, etc. From the very beginning of the 2018 reboot, we are introduced to the main drive of the entire game, Faye, the mother of this brand new companion character, Atreus, and the wife and lover of our main man Kratos. Then we clearly see through a few astonishingly well acted, composed scenes and damn well written words that this woman meant the world to our Spartan god and Atreus. Then over the course of 2018 and Ragnarok, we find out a few more details, more about this incredible character and all she means to Kratos and Atreus, how she was a loving mother who taught most of what Atreus knows, a great warrior and a member of the giant race. We also find out how she stood against the dangerous gods of the Norse lands to protect as many innocent Jotuns as possible, risking her own life in the process. We learn of her knowledge of the future and how she already knew of the events leading up to her death, the events of God of War 2018 and beyond, and exactly how those events would unfold once reaching the peak of all the 9 realms. We even learn of a fight between her and the god of thunder Thor himself and his giant killing weapon Mjolnir, leaving a frozen lightning bolt from the ground in the realm of Vanaheim into the sky. All of these details about this formidable and important character and her involvement with Kratos, and yet we barely know anything. We barely know anything of how the two came to be, how these two warriors met, how they built a relationship, how Kratos let himself love again after the tragedy of his first wife and child, and how Kratos suspected nothing about Faye in their entire marriage, believing she was a normal mortal woman, and how she hid everything, all while setting up the future, eventually leading to the death of the All-Father. Spoilers. So, what I would like to see from a God of War expansion is a prequel chapter. I can see it happening in a couple of ways. Either detailed flashbacks during the expansion, but it would have to be 100% more substantial than the dreams we got in Ragnarok, if you know what I'm talking about. Not any half-answered questions or dancing around it all, what does it mean, but proper memories of the past just to give us the backstory and context to Faye and Kratos' love. In this first way, in my mind, the expansion could be set after the events of Ragnarok perhaps, and it can be a telling of the past to Atreus or possibly Freya, now that they are keeping the piece together across the realms. But the main focus would be huge chunks of this DLC to be Kratos reliving these moments, maybe even trying to figure out how he was so blind to Faye's true self and her past, which would give us a chance to see their relationship the same way that we have experienced 2018 and Ragnarok, right beside Kratos. Starting with Kratos trekking through the snowy woods for the first time, showing him settling somewhere, then him bumping into Faye one day, and the moment that these two warriors of fire and ice clash in the forest, followed by deep, meaningful relivings of those moments, those days, of how that became love, passion, and how that love and passion created Atreus. Not literally. Actually, you know what? We could use some more sex scenes back in God of War. But anyway, something just to show that love and passion blossom. Now, the second way that this could be done, and this is my favorite wish, this is the way I would really like it to go, is if the whole DLC was a prequel story and it showed us exclusively Kratos leaving Greece and finding his way to Scandinavia, however it happens. If you've seen my video on how Kratos got to Midgard, you'll know what I would like to see. Click up here if you haven't seen my best video yet. I'm quite proud of it. And after days of trekking, eventually making some shelter for himself and then meeting Faye in the woods, showing the beginnings of their lives together. But crucially, this version would have big chunks where Faye is a playable character, showing us Faye setting up the events of God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, doing exactly what Laufey the Just needed to do before completing the prophecy, giving birth to Atreus. Maybe we even see moments of her and Groa the Knowledge Keeper prophesizing and planning the downfall of Odin, and what needs to be done at what specific moments to make that happen. And the big moment I would love to see, a moment I think would make me jump out of my seat, the fight between her and Thor in Vanaheim, to show us the might of Laufey the Just, to show us the full power of the Leviathan axe, to show us the parallels between her and Kratos' fight with Thor in Midgard. Show us how formidable of a warrior she was and why she was the leader to hold back the Aesir gods. Imagine that fight. The axe being used for the first time as it was intended to counter the giant killing weapon Mjolnir, and Faye being the one to wield it without fear and for justice on behalf of the giants. I'm getting actual goosebumps recording this, by the way. I'm really into this. This is something I really desperately want to see, and I hope it comes to light, and I hope you guys want to see it too. Please let me know in the comment section. I think this will make this expansion an instant 10 out of 10 and make a lot of frustrated fans who felt a little bit lost feel repaired and feel like they got back the story they deserved. At least I hope that's how you guys feel just listening to this. Let me know in the comment section, and yeah, we can talk some more about this. Look forward to more videos like this. I've got a couple more things I would like to see from an expansion coming up, and if you guys have any ideas or any thoughts of things you want to see, let me know and I might be able to make a video on them. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll catch you all in the next one.